So you might have noticed on my channel there are 4 canceled Let's Plays just kind of floating around in my playlists, and I never really gave an official statement as to why those stopped or why I couldn't complete them or anything like that. So I thought I could use this video to explain why those games were important enough to Let's Play in the first place and why they didn't make it, to give myself and hopefully people who were trying to watch them a little more closure. First up on the list is by far the most sentimental one to me, Devil's Third. It's actually the entire reason I even bothered with the Wii U in the first place. And I think it's honestly magnum opus material, no sarcasm intended. I mean that completely unironically. I love the hell out of this game. And setting all sentimentality aside, this is probably the best Let's Play I've ever recorded. It has my best commentary by far, and the best gameplay I've ever recorded for any game I've ever played. Perhaps the thing I remember most about this Let's Play is just how hard I pushed myself to provide perfect gameplay. We're talking hours upon hours upon hours of memorizing enemy locations and tactics to provide the most strategic outcome possible. And in spite of the immense pressure I put on myself and the game mechanics, the game design never broke. Not even once. And that's one of the many things I wanted to share about this game, is how excellently designed it was and how it rewarded you for thinking strategically instead of punishing you for it. I looked forward to dissecting every single enemy encounter in this game. The Let's Play abruptly ended right after I fought my favorite boss in the game, which is coincidentally one of my favorite bosses in all of action games period, right here, this fight you're seeing right here. And the reason it so abruptly stopped is very similar to the reason it started. I was thoroughly pissed at the way people reacted to Devil's Third. This is an amazing game, you know? And god damn it, it just came out and I wanted to make a difference, so I got on making those videos ASAP. But no matter how hard I tried to show people that you can beat this boss without dying, that the game isn't unfair or broken, that there's so much design here to appreciate, I didn't make a damn difference. And that was just too fucking depressing. So I couldn't keep doing it. So hey, how about something less depressing? One of my earliest attempts at a Let's Play was Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, and I consider it one of the best examples of its genre, especially in the 6th generation. I firmly believe that Ty the Tasmanian Tiger has the most organic worlds in any collectathon 3D platformer. Now of course, Jak and Daxter wins overall in terms of organic world design, but for a collectathon, yeah, Ty, every time, all the time. The reason I Let's Played it is because I feel there's a lot about the design that people didn't appreciate and didn't want to go back to, because it kind of gets clumped in with a lot of other failed mascot platformers, and I don't think that's fair. Ty is one of the best examples of its genre. I was attempting to 100% it, and some of the collectibles are really ruthlessly hidden, especially the invisible pictures, and there are a lot of difficult platforming segments late in the game that would probably turn a few kids off from the game, but nothing I couldn't handle. So why did it stop? Well, the answer this time is a lot more simple. Corrupted save data. I had recorded a lot of the game 100% and thoroughly memorized quite a few levels, and it took a lot of effort, and my save data just kinda disappeared. So it sort of fell to the wayside, you know. I had other projects going until I forgot about Ty completely. Whoops. So this one is the most simple. This game is called Reverse X Reverse, and stop me if you've heard this one before. This is a really difficult 2D puzzle platformer based mostly around restrictive movement mechanics. This was from a time where I was briefly experimenting with subtitled LPs, and the subtitles for this Let's Play were really difficult to read, kind of gross looking, and the commentary wasn't too good either. This game is not suited for subtitle Let's Plays, so I wouldn't recommend watching this. But the reason this one abruptly ended was because it wasn't storing my save data properly, and because there was an imminent English translation. But hey, you know, if you want this game, you can go get it on Steam now. You've probably seen a lot of other puzzle platformers like this one, but it's fun, even though it's really hard. Hey look, it's Soul Fighter. I have a lot of good things to say about Soul Fighter. It has really fun combo mechanics. It was definitely ahead of its time. I like the complicated AI behavior patterns that adjust to who you attack first. I found this game to be incredibly underrated, and I had a massive fascination with the developers, who are big fans of beat-em-ups and made quite a few of them. Considering this game came out before Hidden Invasion, seems to be a precursor to it, and was somehow better than Hidden Invasion, this caught my interest big time, and I'm glad it did. And if those reasons weren't enough to Let's Play the game, which I think they are, my Let's Play was also going to be the first playthrough of this game anywhere on the internet. Yeah, seriously, no one else bothered. Or if they did bother, they didn't record it. And I can't really blame them because the game is kind of obtuse and there is this one boss. But we'll get to that in a moment. I actually managed to get an interview with one of the co-founders of the development studio behind this game. And that's a pretty big deal, you know, this is a relatively unknown game, and I would be able to provide a whole ton of new information about it that no one else would. That was important, that mattered a lot to me. So what went wrong? The developer abruptly stopped talking to me before I could ask any real questions. And that's fine, he was under no obligation to do so, but he also happened to stop replying to me at the exact time I was at that one boss in my recordings. And that one boss is really difficult, alright, give me a break. I can't even begin to explain how ridiculous it is, but because of those two very frustrating things coinciding, I lost all motivation to play the game. And that's about the whole story there. So that's why those 4 particular LPs never made it to the end, but you know, what's that, 4 out of 70 completed games? That's not so bad, right? Hopefully this gives a little bit of closure to the people who were looking forward to the end of those Let's Plays, which unfortunately is not coming anytime soon. Just gonna have to consider them cancelled.